Good morning, good afternoon, and good night wherever you are. Welcome to My Creative Life. And if you're here from my Facebook group, I want to give you a special warm welcome, okay? Thank y'all for supporting me there. And also, I'm proud of you and your progress on your 21-day journeys and on your manifestation journeys. Let's keep the energy up, okay? All right, and if you're new to my channel, I love to make videos about creativity, health, productivity, all things good, okay? But this video is specifically for a 21-day journey that I decided to do after a long hiatus of resting, okay? We all have our cycles where we're creating, we're super productive, and then that phase comes to an end and you have to rest and replenish. I did that. I rested and I replenished, and my body was basically begging me to get back up and start moving again. And I decided that I would make this a journey, okay? I would record this routine and let everybody else know what's going on and how they can also create that mind-body connection, okay? So this 21-day journey is called the 21-day mind-body connection journey, okay? And it's all about physical health. Usually I'm doing manifestation journeys or other journeys that have to do with productivity, but this one is really important to me because I love fitness, I love health, and it was time for me to get back into it. So I'm so happy to share this with you on my YouTube channel. If you want to join the group, stay tuned to the end. I have the link posted in the video. You'll get exclusive access to any content that I post, including PDFs, including my own experiences, okay? And a quick shout out to 11moves.com because I absolutely love this mat. This yoga mat is amazing. It comes with a portable case, which is super convenient for me because I like to work out in many different places. And this mat was amazing. Honestly, it was so thick that you can just put it on the ground and you don't feel a blade of grass at all. Like, I was doing my ab work and the glute work on the ground and I didn't feel any blade of grass. But let me get right into it because as you see on the screen, I'm starting off with a warm-up, and I decided to do a 5-minute warm-up. What you see me doing right now is like a head roll, and I did a head roll for 30 seconds, 15 seconds to the right, 15 seconds to the left, and I was really feeling my muscles. One thing that I will say is that it's super important for you to feel your muscles and not to just execute the movement. You want to do it with the proper form, but you also want to feel what's going on in your body. So moving on to the shoulder rolls, I'm doing 15 seconds of the shoulder roll to the front, 15 seconds of the shoulder roll to the back. And like I said, I'm focusing on the breath as I'm working out, really creating that connection between my mind and my body, okay? So sometimes you may feel some discomfort when you're doing that, but it's important to get through that discomfort. Just like with anything, growth comes after a little bit of discomfort, okay? So as I was doing these toe reaches from side to side, I was focusing on my hamstrings and allowing my arms to just flow to my toes. But I really wanted that stretch in my hamstrings because my goal with my mind-body connection is to improve my strength and to regain my flexibility, okay? If you don't know, I was an athlete from the ages of 4 to 17, and I was basically working out every single day and working on my flexibility every day. But now it's been a couple of years, so my flexibility isn't how it used to be, and I'd like to get back to that point, okay? And I'd like to get that strength, okay? So the next thing that I'm doing is some side lunges, and I love these because these help to strengthen the outer hips as well as the inner hips, really the outer thighs as well as the inner thighs, which helps me with my flexibility because it targets those muscles that are deep within the hips and around the pelvis area. And I could really feel it, okay? I really allow myself to get into that stretch no matter how uncomfortable it was. And as I was going, I learned to love the pain. And you're going to do that too in your journey. You're going to learn to love the pain. You're going to learn to use that pain as a gauge for how great you're doing, okay? Literally, when you start to move your muscles and engage all of the muscles around, you'll feel parts of your body that you've never felt before. And it's absolutely empowering. So what I'm doing right now is like some aerobic activity, which I thought was really fun to do because it did warm me up quite a bit. And it was also fun because it looks like a little dance and it felt like a little dance. And I got into a rhythm with it. With that, I was focusing on the feeling of the back of my legs. Once again, my hamstrings are the most important part to me because I want to strengthen them as well as gain the flexibility. So I was really focused on that lift at the back, like really focused on that lift. And then with these little toe kicks or toe touches here, kicks, whatever you want to call them, I noticed like I was kind of drifting off as far as my attention, and that's something that I don't want to do when I'm working out because I want to create that mind-body connection. If you know how the universe works, you know that it all starts from within. So your energy flows where your attention goes. So I was like, you know what? Let me be a little bit stingy with my attention. I'm not going to give my attention to anything else around me. Let me focus on my toe touch. And you guys, although I did want to focus so much, there were a lot of bugs, a lot of mosquitoes biting me at this time because, oh my God, Mother Nature was trying to drum up something terrible while I was trying to focus. It was like the more that I tried to focus, the more the universe was like, oh, here's a challenge. So you'll see me like rubbing my arms or like smacking mosquitoes away because they were literally all over me. But now I'm moving on to, I have moved on to the push-ups, and my arms were jello. My upper body strength is non-existent, okay? So I was originally going to do this strength workout, and we're in the strength portion right now. I did 2 cycles of these workouts. It was supposed to be 1 minute each, but as you can see, the push-ups were a challenge for me. So I decided to not do 60 push-ups or a minute's worth of push-ups. I just did 20 push-ups and moved on to a minute each for the crunches and every other exercise after this. So that just goes to show you that it's more important for you to work with your level of comfort rather than trying to execute a movement, because when you are connecting to your body, you have to listen to your body. When your body says, no, this is pushing me too far, no, I'm not going to go further than this, you have to listen. Work with yourself, not against yourself. And you'll find that harmony in whatever you're doing, not only in the exercise routine, but also in any other part of your life, in your relationships, in your work life, just with your health in general. So a good principle is always to listen to your own body and listen to your intuition. It's the most valuable information that you can find. So you'll see me taking a little bit of a break there with the bicycle crunches because I did feel a lot of tension there. A lot of tension. It really targeted my obliques and I felt them activating. Literally feeling like it's not a burn. I don't want to say it's like a burn. It's more like just activation. Every part of my ab was just like, I'm here. And that was important. That moment was super important because after that, like, I just felt such a release around my root chakra, also known as the sacral chakra, as well as my solar plexus. And honey, it's only been 4 days of this journey, but I'm feeling the strength. I'm feeling the strength that I love to feel. Like everything is coming together. I'm feeling aligned with my mind, my body, and my heart. But right here, I'm doing glute bridges, or bridges, if you will. And they may look easy, but I'm really, really focused on how I tense my muscles. I'm really activating my legs. I'm really pushing through those heels and grounding myself as I push my hips up. And I was just relaxing my hands. Like, I love the comparison, the contrast of all these feelings, like just tense legs, pushing with the feet, and then relaxed arms. I didn't love the bug bites though. Itching is never fun. No one wants to be bitten by bugs while they're working out. But yeah, I learned quickly that I needed to wear long sleeve shirts and long sleeve pants when I'm working out. But in this moment, while I was doing these knee squeeze bridges, I felt a rhythm that I haven't felt in a long time. Legit, everything just exited out of my mind, and I just focused solely on the motion. And I didn't even feel like I was working out. I just felt like I was just there, just experiencing life. And that's when I know that I was in the zone, or in the flow, if you will. It just felt so comfortable, yet I was still working out my body. That's the mind-body connection that I want to feel in every part of my life. You know what I mean? So there's always this feeling of, am I doing it right? Or all these things, all these emotions, these wants, these desires that goes through our heads at the beginning of anything, even a workout. And when you reach that point where all of those thoughts exit out of your mind and you're just there doing the motion, it's an amazing thing. I encourage everyone to get to that point of flow with your physical health. It's just so fun. And because my camera cut off the first day when I was filming my strength routine, I decided to film my flexibility routine on the second day, which is really day 4. It was day 3 and day 4. But yeah, with the flexibility routine, I was focusing on my legs, as I've said. I might do additional flexibility routines for my back as well, because I would like to get back into the gymnastics of things, or the acrobatics, if you will. So right now I'm doing a hamstring stretch. This is an active stretch, and I was focusing on the back of my legs as well as the stretch in my hips, so that I can gain more flexibility in those muscles. And I did these for 60 seconds each, one round. And as I progressed through each minute, I focused on getting closer and closer to my legs. So I would have my head go closer to my legs. So I would start off kind of stiff, and then as I felt the warmth of my leg, the active stretch, I would reach towards my leg a little bit more, if that makes sense. Put my head towards my leg a little bit more. And once I got to the last 10 seconds of things, I noticed the difference in my flexibility. So I was really listening to my body. My body it's funny to me. It's funny when you do this, you might get those messages from your body as well, however they come to you. But as soon as I know that I'm about to finish, that's when my stretches become a lot deeper. So at the last 10 seconds of each stretch, I really loosen my legs up. And it's really difficult actually to loosen your legs and loosen your hamstrings as you're stretching, because my body so desperately wanted to tense and tighten to stop flexing, not stop flexing, but stop stretching. So I had to really focus on letting go. It was really, really interesting. But here I'm just doing a hamstring reach, looking around for bugs because I don't want to get bitten by any bugs. And there was a large cricket, and I do not like crickets, and I do not like grasshoppers. I don't like creepy crawlies. So I was looking around to make sure there wasn't anything jumping my way so that I can focus on my stretch. So I did those stretches on each leg, and as time progressed, as I've said before, I would just try to pull my head a little bit closer to my knee. It might not look like I was doing it because you're watching me like progress through it, but I was. Everyone knows that small changes equals big changes, and I was making sure to do those small movements, those small active stretches, so that I can ease into my flexibility. And it's okay to move around while you're working out or you're stretching, because it's going to help you to really, really connect with your body and just progress. So now I'm doing some side lunges, and although these look like normal side lunges, I was really focusing on that stretch in my hamstring, as well as opening my hips while doing the stretch. So the hamstrings are like a band. They're like a band from one foot all the way up the back of the leg, through the glutes, to the other leg, and to the foot again. And I was focusing on activating that band while stretching, really putting my attention there as I was going down. So this was more of a stretch than it was a side lunge, although it's active and it looks like I'm like just doing regular lunges. I was focused on a different movement, if that makes sense to you. And I had to stop a few times because I had to reset, because I was getting into a rhythm. It was becoming a lunge, but I had to reset so that I can focus on the stretch instead. I wanted to activate the right muscles in the right way. And there goes those bugs again, trying to get my blood. So yeah, I did that on each leg. And like I said, flexibility and strength will depend on how much you're willing to work on it, okay? So you have to push through those times that are very uncomfortable, because I had a few uncomfortable moments that I was glad that I pushed through there. But if you have to take a break, you take your break. Listen to your body and don't overdo it. It's not a race. It's a marathon. You just want to gain and progress the way that's best for you. Okay? It's all about working in harmony with your body. But once you find that flow, that's when you know you're in alignment. And as you can see, I kind of like to touch my legs as I was doing these lunges, because it helped me to connect with the muscles that I wanted to stretch, to also kind of like ease the pain. I was having a lot of discomfort with this leg, stretching this leg. And I actually like these side lunge stretches because it did give me a lot of strength. And as you can see, I'm kind of walking off the burn there. I really felt that one. Tried to run away from the pain. So this is absolutely one of my favorite hip opening stretches. You just open your legs as wide as you can. Shoulder width if you are not that flexible, but you just allow your body to rock side to side, and you literally will feel your hips like opening. Your hip flexors will thank you. And after I did the hip opening stretch, I went ahead and stretched either leg while in this wide stance. These are another one of my favorite exercises. Like I said, as the minute wore down, I would get closer and closer to my leg. One thing I do know is that I have more flexibility in my left leg than I do in my right leg. So it was easier for me to put my head closer to my knee on the left side. This felt absolutely amazing, especially after doing glute bridges, knee squeeze bridges, those kicks, all of that warm up and strength exercise. This was super nice to do after that. So my 30-minute routine consisted of a 5-minute warm up, a 15-minute stretch, and then like a 15-minute strength routine, and then a 20-minute stretch routine, approximately. I like to time it rather than count the reps because timing it just makes it a better flow. I don't know how to explain. Y'all forgive me. I'm a little tired, but yeah, I just like timing it more than counting reps. It's easier and it takes your mind out of like finishing the rep and allows you to execute the movement. But if you want to, go ahead and join the journey. Join my private Facebook group, Manifest Abundance Here and Now. You can find it at facebook.com/groups/manifest abundance here and now. You can also get exclusive access to any PDFs that I have. These PDFs are absolutely amazing if you are trying to get right, okay? If you want to get into the flow of productivity, if you want to manifest that new lifestyle, you want to manifest more for yourself, you just want to, upgrade your life, check out the PDFs that I have in there, as well as any other material that I have. You guys know that I do have a book called 50 Days to $50,000. My journey is posted there as well. And anyone else who has gone on that journey, they have their post there too. So I would love if you joined in. I would love if you showed your progress. Thank you so much for watching. You know how I feel. Stay happy and stay healthy. I'll see y'all the next time. Mwah.